Hello and welcome back. It's puzzle time with Sudoku Sleuth, and today we're going to be playing Odd Lots. Now you can't quite see it in this thumbnail, but we actually have 4 puzzles in store. So I mean, like if I literally just scroll a bit here and you see the rest of the thumbnail, you'll see that we've got 4 puzzles ahead of us. Lots of grey, Odd Shots, Unzip My Heart, Odd Repulse. Now, whenever we have like quite a few of these puzzles, usually the way I play it is I'll play like 1, 2, sometimes 3, and essentially I'll just sort of keep an eye on how long the video has become. And when it gets to around like 25, 30 minutes, I basically stop playing more puzzles because it will just make it too long. Now, what I normally then do is say, well, the rest of them are left as an exercise to the reader, and I'm not quite sure that's entirely fair. So if I don't get a chance to play all 4 of them right now, the plan would be to finish the rest of this lot, this odd lot, over on Patreon, where of course you are welcome to support this channel by subscribing there and getting access to even more puzzles. Right, anything else to mention before we get on with this? No, I don't think so. I think we can crack on, so to speak. Right, first one of the day, Lots of Grey by GDC. And it uses the odd lots, or even lots as well, rule set. He did make a reference in the post on this on Logic Masters Germany that he's referring to the odd lots rule from 99% Sneaky. We've only played one puzzle that uses this particular rule, so worthwhile paying attention until we actually take a look at what it all means. So first off, normal 6x6 Sudoku rules. That means place the digits 1 to 6, once each in every row, every column, and every 2 by 3 box. You've got a bunch of 2 by 3 boxes. Then we get onto the odd lots. So a digit in a yellow circle indicates the number of odd digits which appear along the attached line, including itself. So first off, we know that this cell is going to be odd. It will be from 1, 3, or 5. But what it's also telling us is the number of occurrences that it has on the line that the circle is attached to. So that would be true for essentially all of them. And I'm already struggling to see how I'm going to solve this, but right, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's see even lots. A digit in a blue square indicates the number of even digits which appear along the attached line, including itself. Oh, hang on. I'm so sorry. That's why I couldn't, like, because I was looking at this and I'm thinking I'm in trouble, but that's because I misinterpreted the rule. This is giving us a count of the odd digits on this particular line. This is giving us a count of the number of even digits on this particular line. Right. That's much better. Way better. Okay. I'm already intimidated. I don't know about you. But if you want to play Lots of Grey, or just join me in sort of scavenging through the flea market for some fantastic puzzles, link in the description down below. As usual, there'll be 4 links, so be careful about which one you click. And with that said, I'm going to restart the clock and see how I get on. Right, so we know that the maximum on any one of, so this cell, maximum would be 3 because it's 3 digits, but it can't be really 3 because I have only then, that would be an odd digit, and I only have room for 2. So this is 1 or 2. If it's a 2, there will have to be another even digit. If it's a 1, there will have to be another even digit. So there's at least 1 even digit between these 2 cells. This one. So I could count myself a 1. I could count a 2, as in 2 odd digits with an even in the middle. Technically, I could do 3. I could do 3 in here and then 2 more odd digits. So this is 1, 2, or 3. This is 1 or 2. Essentially, if that's 1, that would be even. If that's 2, that would be even. That's always even. So I'm just going to start to pencil mark some of these things, or color some of these things. I'm guessing this is once again 1, 2, 3, similar to the same logic we went through in here. This is 1. This is just 1. You see, if it's 1, it's saying that this digit will be even and this will be odd, and that works. If I put a 2 in here, well, both of these cells would have to be odd, and I've broken the puzzle. So that's 1. These are now 2s. That's not a 2. That's not a 2. That's not a 1 either. That's a 3. Then I need 2 odd digits. This one is not 1 or 3. That can only be a 5. I've got 5 and 3 now in here. That can be a 1. This is 4 or 6. I mean, the remaining digits are even, and they're not 2. And this is 2, 4, 6. Right. We definitely have a break-in. 2 in here means that this is another even digit. That's a 2, 4. Sorry, 4, 6. These two are now 3, 5 to complete the column. These are now 4, 6 to complete the column. That gives me all the even digits. So both of these are now odd, which means this one has to be even. Otherwise, I've broken the puzzle again. So this is 4, 6. But actually, it's just 4, 6, 4, 6. Because we need 3 even digits, and all of these are odd. So 2, 4, 6, that means that this is even, and this can't be a 3 anymore because it would require all of them to be odd. So that has to be 1. This has to be a 2. This is a 3, 5 pair, which gives me a 1 in here, another 3, 5. I'm a bit worried about these 3, 5s, but we'll keep going. Right, we've kind of avoided this one. So let's think about it. So technically, it is 5. I mean, I don't know why I'm even thinking about it. It's an odd digit. No, it's not an odd digit. It doesn't have to be inside the circle or squares. Odd lots. The digit in the yellow circle indicates a number of odd digits, which including itself. So it doesn't have to be odd or even inside the circle or square like traditionally it would be. But I can get away with a 5, probably. These two could be odd, plus another 3 in here to get away with 5. So 5 technically is achievable. Just feels very unlikely. So let's think about what it is. I've got 1 odd, 1 even in this column. So I have to have at least 2 odds in here. So it's a minimum of 2 at the moment. And it depends on how many odds or evens I have remaining in here. I couldn't do 3 because that's not available in the row, but I could do 4 with 2 odd digits in here, which would be 3, 5. So this is 2 or 4. So this is even. Then I have 2 more even digits and an odd digit. I don't know what it is. I know that one of the odd digits is a 1. So it's not this cell, but it could be either of these two. Interesting. Okay. So clearly no 1s and 2s. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6. Can I do better? So I mean this 3, 5 is the same as this 3, 5. No, I have a 4, 6 and a 2 in here. Sorry, another 4, 6 and another 3, 5. Can't tell which is which. 1 is none of these cells. 1 is in one of 2 cells. 1 is one of 2 cells. I probably should do a bit of Sudoku. Normally what happens is I ignore it and then suddenly it seems so obvious. So this is again back to 3, 5, 4, 6. All right, let's think about even digits. So we know that there is at least 2 even digits in here. And we know that this cell is not 2. So this is 3 or 4. Now, regardless of what it is, so let's say it's 3. Well, because I already have a third even in here in this column, that'll be 1, then there'll be another, a second, whatever it is. But this always has to be even, because if this is 3, it's saying 1, 2, and 3. Now, if it's 4, well, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is always even. This is always even. Even. Don't know if I need to color it so much, but I think I'm going to need the help if I'm honest. So this is 4 or 6. really doesn't feel like enough. 5 is in one of these two cells, 5 is in here, and 5 is one of these two. Yeah, I'm not getting it. So essentially there's another 2, 4, or 6 in here. Let's try this. If this is 5, this would be even. Right, okay, hang on, let me try this again. If this is 5, that would be 3, that would be 4. And essentially this would be 4, 6, this would be 4, 6. And so far it looks fine. 3, 4, 5. And then, how long is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have only 6 digits in total. So these two cells have to add up to 6 because they're counting different parities. The only way I can see I can do that is a 2 and a 4, and therefore a 6. And this would be even. And then we have to have another, that can't be a 2 anymore, that's a 1, that's a 2. So this is one of the odd digits. And then essentially I have another 3, 5. That can't be even anymore. That's 2, 4, or 6 gone. So this is the 3, 5. That's not a 1, that's a 1. This is another 4, 6, which gives me a 4, 6 pair in the row. And that would be a 2. That's not a 2. This is 5, 4, 6. Tricky. Another 3, 5 gives me a 3, 5 pair. That's a 4, 6. That's a 3, 5. Right. We clearly need something to help resolve all of this. 2, 4, and 6. Right, we're done. This can't be a 3 or 1. It has to be odd. That's a 5, which gives me 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3. How am I going to resolve these 4, 6s? Surely I need something. That 3 gives me a 5. It's going to be down here. Can't be a 6, so there will be a 4, which gives me 6, 4, 6, 4, 6, 4, 6, and a 4, and if I've not made any mistakes, a 3 for the finish. Beautiful puzzle, GDC. So, like, I think on, each puzzle is probably going to be that 1-star difficulty rating. I'm not sure they're going to be necessarily on aggregate 1-star, so to speak. Right. How are we doing for time? We are 13 minutes in. We can probably do another 1 or 2. So let's crack on with the next puzzle with Odd Shots by GDC. And we have the following set of rules. Normal 6x6 Sudoku rules apply. So place the digits 1, 6 once each in every row, every column, and every 2x3 box. I see, we're doing odd lots again with thermometers, hence the name. Thermometers. There are filled circles in the grid with connected thick lines called thermometers. The circle represents the bulb of the thermometer. Digits must strictly increase along the thermometer starting from the bulb end. Now, I'm pretty sure what GDC intended to say is that the bulb are these, not the circles which are sometimes halfway up the thermometer. So to put this into practice, if this cell was at 2, this would have to be strictly increasing. He did use the word, strictly increase. So this would have to be 3 or 4. This would have to be 5 or 6, for example. They don't have to be consecutive, so I can skip digits as I've done here. What I cannot do is at any point decrease alongside the thermometer. Then we're back to odd lots. So a digit in a yellow circle indicates the number of odd digits which appear in the attached thermometer, including itself and the thermos bulb. So if this cell was a 2, what it's saying is that I need to have 2 odd digits on this thermometer, including myself. So if that's a 2, this would have to be a 1 because it would have to be a lower than 2, but also an odd digit. And this would have to be 3 or 5, so that we have indeed 2 odd digits. Right, I think I've got it. So, odd shots, second puzzle, Time to restart the clock, see how I get on. Right, we've already thought about these types of puzzles, although, yeah, so this could be, it can't be 3. I was going to say it could be 1, 2, 3 like we did in the previous puzzle, but that's not true. If I put a 3 in here, what it's saying is that there are 2 more odd digits that are greater than it on this thermometer, which is impossible, because the only one that's left that's remaining is 5. Then, 4 and 6, which clearly don't count. So 3 is not possible, 1 or 2 are. 1 would mean that this is 2, 4, 6. So 2, 4, 4, 6. 2 would mean that there is an odd digit in here which includes 3 or 5. I'm not going to pencil mark this. This is, that would be a ridiculous amount of pencil marking. Let's try the bigger thermometer. So if this is 1, that's saying 2, 4, 6. Possible. If this is 2, it's saying 3 and 5 are on this thermometer. And the 3 would have to be in here. And I'm pretty sure that can't be 3 for the exact same logic we covered before. Right, so if it's 1, that's 2, that's 4, that's 6. If it's 2, well, I need to have 2 odd digits, including the 3 and the 5. The 1 is no longer possible, so the 3 would have to be immediately after the 2. I could get away with a 4 and then a 5, or I could do 5 in here and then a 6. So that's a complete pencil mark for this particular one. Yeah, not a lot of information here, but I'm sure it's solvable. Remember, it's counting the number of odd digits. And it can't be 1. Too high up. So this is at least a 2. But I can get away with a 3. Because I could do 3 now in the middle with 1 and 5. If I do 2, so these 2 are always odd. And I think it's going to be the same for this thermometer in a second, because if that's 2, I need 2 more odd digits. If that's 3, I need 2 more odd digits. And because this is in the middle between whatever this digit is and whatever this digit is, there's always a 1 in here, which gives me a 2 up there, which gives me 3, 5. This has to be 2. This would have to be 3 or 5 to complete this. Right, same logic again. Can't be 1 halfway up. 2 would mean 2 odd digits, 3 would mean 3 odd digits. So again, both of these are odd. This has to be a 1 to be smaller than the 2 or 3. And obviously because it's odd, we've already placed the 3 and 5. This has to be odd one more time. Actually, that 2 give me a 1, which forces the rest of this, if you remember, because essentially it's only counting itself and the rest is even. To be odd in here, this would have to be 3 or 5. It's not 1. That means these 2 cells are even. Can I get away with a 3 in here? I think I can still. 4, 6 in there. Right, let's do a bit of Sudoku here just to tidy up, because it gives me a 1 here, a 1 there. I think we're going to be done with the 1s. Yeah, 1s are done. Which means that this is also odd, and it's not a 2, it's a 4, 6. That's another odd. We're basically done with even. Sorry, another even. So we're done with evens in column 1. So these are odds, the 3 5s. This has to be 4, 6. We actually know the direction. That's 4, that's 6. Then we have a 2 and another 3 5. Then we have another 4, 6. We have a 3 5 pair in here, which completes 3 5 pair in terms of column 5. So this is 2, 6. That 2 gives me 2, gives me 6. That 2 gave me a 3, which forces a 5, which would help me unwind the 5s and 3s in a second. This is 4, 6, and that 6 gives me direction. 4, whoops, what did I mean to do? 4, 5. Definitely didn't mean to do what I did earlier. Right, this needs to have a 2. That's the 2. This is 4 or 6. And I may as well unwind the 3 5s, shouldn't I? Yeah, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5. Because that gave me the 4 up there, which is helpful. 5, 6 in here. And then I've got 6 gives me 4, 6, 4, 6, and 4, and 3 for the finish. Right, starting to get the hang of this. I probably have time for one more 20 minutes. Onwards and upwards. So, next puzzle, Unzip My Heart by GDC. Right, rules-wise, we've got normal 6x6 Sudoku rules again. Place the digits 1 to 6 once each. Every row, column, every 2x3 box. Zipper line. The level lines in the grid are zipper lines. Digits equidistant from the line circle center must sum up to the central digit. An odd digit, a digit in the heart, indicates the number of odd digits appear along the attached zipper line, including itself and the circle. Right, quick refresher of the zipper line because that's the new bit. Whatever is on this cell, let's say it's 4, every pair that's an equal distance away, so one cell away from the 4, one cell away from the 4, has to make sure that the pair add up to a 4. Think of it as if you're zipping up, and essentially you have like a running sum of 4 alongside it. So a 4 is an excellent example because that tells me that these will be a 1-3 pair, and it would tell me that these are, for example, a 2-2 pair. That would be fine. So that's the zipper. That's the odd lot, which we've already revisited, so I'm not going to explain it one more time. I probably should for my sanity, but with that said, I'm going to restart the clock, see how I get on. So, I mean, I can get away with a 3 with a 1-2 pair, but it would require a second 1-2 pair, and obviously that would break in column 2. So 3 is too small. It has to be 4, 5, or 6. And the reason 4 I get away with it is I could do 1-3 and then a 2-2, but I think I broke the odd lot with my earlier example. If I put a 1, because remember this is now a 4, I've got evens, and now I have 2 odds which I can't represent with the 1 or 3, so that just doesn't work. So my other option is this is a 5, and then of course I could do 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think 5 and 6 are legitimate, and I'm pretty sure I can come up with examples that would work. Technically you can get away with a 1, with a double 1. Won't work with the odd lot because I'm essentially having 2 odds. So 2 doesn't work. 3 does, with a 1 here and a 2, no. A 2 here and a 1 here. So I'm counting 2 odd digits. 4 doesn't. Interestingly, because 4 would require either a 1-3 pair, which is 2 odd digits, or a 2-2, which is no odd digits on the entire line. So 4 doesn't work. Pretty sure I can make 5 work. Yeah, 2 with a 3, so we're counting 2 odd digits again. 6 will be tricky. Yeah, 6 is very tricky. I'm just going to clear the deck a bit and come back to it. If this is 6, 3 options for getting there. 3, I'm in trouble because that's saying that there are 3 odd digits. That's not going to happen. 1, 5, well, I have 2 odd digits, so neither works. And then 2, 4, I have no odd digits, but I have something that's saying that there's at least that many. So anyhow, this is not 6. This is this setup, and there's always a 2, which means that these 2 are always odd. This is even. So how many odds can I have on this line? I think that may be the other way to tackle these puzzles is I could have 2 odds, 3 odds, 4 odds. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could actually genuinely have 5 odds. No, I can't, because I would put 5 and a 1, and then that would be a 6. And then I can't have that many odds. It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can't have 5. Presumably I could have 4. So if I place a 1 here and a 5 there, that's already 2. Then another 2. And it would have to be 1, 4 again because of this 2. So that actually does work. Incredibly. So 4 is achievable. I'm pretty sure every other digit under it will be. Is 1 too little? Let's think about it for a second. So that will be the only odd digit. which is impossible because that would force an even in here and then another odd in there. Just the nature of the 1. It would have to have another even. Odd and even will make another odd. That will break the 1. So actually, in a way, it's 3 tricky. 4 was fine, remember. 3 is tricky. Because essentially I'm just wondering if we have the same challenge. 1, 4. So 2 odd digits. And then I need a 3rd odd digit, but not a 4th odd digit, which is not going to work. So if I swap these and make this, let's say, a 2 for a 5, to essentially reverse the parities. So now I have, again, 2 odd digits. Yeah, I get away with it. And then I can put, in this case, 1, 4 again. Right, so 3 works. I'm noticing a bit of a pattern that I admit I should probably take the time to try and think through. So if this is 2, I need 2 odd digits. And I feel like I'm in trouble with 2. Let me give you an example. If this is 2 and 4, no, I can get away with it in 1 and 3. Yeah, that's fine. Not helpful at all, really. 2, 3, 4. This would have to be at least a 3. I can go all the way up to 6, presumably. I clearly have to revisit a lot of what I've just done. One of these is 3. Which means this is never a 3 because it will see a 3 in one of these 2 cells, but why is that helpful? Doesn't feel like it is. This isn't a 2 because that's a minimum of 2 and that's a minimum of 1. So 2 is in one of these 2 cells. I'm going to remove this for a second. Was 1 impossible in here? Almost certainly. Yeah. 1 is difficult because of the same challenge we were running into with this zipper line. Essentially, if I add another odd, that would be even. I've broken it already. If I add an even, well, the sum of them will be odd, and I've broken it again. So 1 just doesn't work on zipper lines, apparently. And it's not 2, so we're at least at 3 now. And if this is a 6, yeah, so we're at least at 3. And I feel like it's going to be 3 and 2 and 5. And then I already have 2 odd digits and then a 3rd odd digit to add up to the 5. 1 and 4, for example. Now, the 3 obviously can't get to a 6 because it would require a double 3. What I want to eliminate is 4 in here. 4 and 1, that's 2. But then I can't have 2 odd digits to get to 5. And if I put a 2 in here, that would be a 6. And there's nowhere near enough odd digits. So this is definitely a 3. Can't get to 6 with a double 3. That's definitely a 2. That's a 2. That's a 5. We're off and running. These 2 have to add up to 5. They can't be the same digit because it's odd. And they can't be a 2-3 pair. That's a 1-4 pair. So in here I have 1, 4, and 6. We know that this is not a 1. 4 really feels like I'm pushing it. But I can get away with 4. I could have a 2. No, I can't. 4 in here. So we know obviously it's not 1. These are the options for the zipper line, as in the rest of this box. That can't be a 1 because that would be a 2 and a negative 1. That's not happening. 4 can't be done. Because which 2 pairs of digits are actually going to add up to 4, given this cell can't be 1 or 2 or 3. So that's already at least a 4. That's a 6. And given that's a 6, and this can't be a 1, and these can't be a double 3, that's got to be 4 and 2. These 2 have to be a pair of odd digits that add up to 6, given that's 2. I can only see 5 and 1. Double 3 doesn't work. So 5 and 1. And we must be close now. This is not the one. That's the one. That's 4. That's 1. That's 4. Yeah, we should have it in the bag now. Sudoku 4. This is 1, 3. 1, 3. 5, 6 pair. 6, 4, 5. So we have 5, 6, and 3 in here. Don't know. This we do know. It's not 5. It is 6, which gives me the 5, the 6, the 5. This is a 3, 6 pair. This is a 3, 4 pair. That's not 4. That's 3. That's 4. I need a 1, which can only be in here. I need 2 and 6. That can't be the 6. 6. That's just known. That's 5. Then I need 3 and something. 3 and 2. 2, 3, 6, and 3. A lovely set of puzzles, GDC. And really nice kind of run of them. I am going to call it here. I've got a 30-minute video, which is a bit, as far as I want to take it. Check in for the last one on Patreon if you get stuck for any reason. Hope that you guys enjoyed the puzzles and the video. See you back for the next one. Bye-bye for now.